Okay, so question 8 from chapter 2 revision. This one's a more complicated example because it's going to ask us to do two things. Essentially, we've got to expand, so multiply out this bracket term in the first instance, and then we're going to have to simplify down the terms which we then get as a result. So what we'll do first of all is multiply out this bracket. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have 2g, which is outside of the bracket, multiplied by everything which is inside of the bracket in turn. And so 2g multiplied by 3g is going to give us so 2 times 3 being 6, and then the g times g giving us 6g squared. We'll then have the 2g multiplied by 7 for the second half of the bracket, and that's going to give us a 14g term. So what that then does is, if we've then got that as the multiplied out portion of the bracket, that's then 6g squared plus 14g. Okay, so that's the multiplied out bracket. And if we then look to the original equation, that was 6g plus the multiplied out bracket. So obviously, in order to complete that, we'd have to put the 6g in at the start of the equation. So if I just go to the left hand side here and rewrite this properly, we get a 6g. Okay, try that again. We get a 6g plus the expanded out bracket, which is 6g squared plus 14g. Okay, so that's then the multiplied out bracket, but hasn't yet been simplified, because as we've seen in question 1 at the beginning, was that we have some common terms, and in this one we have two versions of the g term, and so we need to combine those two to finish off the simplification. And so what we then have is 20g added together, so 14 and 6. So I'm not multiplying these are just additions. So 20g plus 6g squared as a final equation, which we've both obviously expanded the original bracket and then simplified it down to the final answer, which be 20g plus 6g squared.